at the 10. He's grabbed at the 5, and he's in.
The South Jersey Group 5 playoffs.
Breaks out from the clear. Clement inside the 30-yard line. Down the snap.
Tonight's game, Millville against Rancocas Valley.
Double slot formation. Mangini looking to throw. Over the middle, and this one is caught for the touchdown. So he can do more than just run. Wheels to his right. Throw over the middle. Touchdown. Luciano for the touchdown. Crossing pattern, and of course they have the special relationship that a lot of time here.
It could be even delay a game.
Clement goes deep down the center of the field. Wide open, and he makes the catch for the touchdown.
Mount Holly Pro Day. And Deerwood Country Club. Now let's go to the field and join play-by-play man Tony Blum.
Good evening and welcome to the South Jersey Semifinals in Group 5. A contest between the Red Devils of Rancocas Valley and the Thunderbolts of Millville. My name's Tony Blum, along with Tony Barczyk here, and we expect an outstanding football game here tonight. Both teams coming in at 8-1, and both have outstanding running backs along with extraordinary quarterbacks as well. Very well balanced offenses on both teams.
Yeah, they're two good football teams, and obviously they have a ton of talent. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here tonight.
We're going to take a look at both teams in just a second, but just wanted to mention to you that Parent Chief Chapels has been a part of the greater Mount Holly community for more than 180 years. Community service and participation are both part of their heritage. When you have their need for their services, you can call 609-267-0399. Go to their website at parentchief.com or visit their warm and comfortable offices at 438 High Street in Mount Holly. They are there to help honor the memory of your loved ones. Parent Chief Chapels, a proud supporter of the student athletes at Rancocas Valley High School. First, taking a look at Millville, the Thunderbolts are 8-1 on the season, having only lost to St. Augustine and coming off a 22-14 victory over Cherokee in the first round of the Group 5 playoffs. Millville, very well balanced offense featuring junior running back Clayton Scott, who has gained 1,332 yards on the season, while QB Tristan Harris has thrown for 1,507 yards and tossed 18 TDs. His favorite targets are Carlton Lawrence, who has hauled in 8 TDs, and Marcial Ramos, who has caught 37 for 631 yards, scored 6 times while averaging 17 yards a catch. Ramos on occasion will run the Wildcat and presents problems for a defense when he is called upon. Coach Tennis Thomas wants his offense to be efficient, and when I asked him what he means by efficient, he was very specific. He said he wants to complete passes, move the chains, fire off the ball, convert third downs at 50% or better, and fourth downs at 75%, and he wants to protect the ball. On defense, the task is to contain Iverson Clement, as he is fast, a patient runner who uses his blockers well. They must tackle well, and that means getting multiple hats on Clement to prevent a short game from turning into a big play. Coach Thomas feels that RV sophomore QB Bryce Mangini very composed and plays like a senior, not a sophomore. Keys for Millville: run the football successfully on offense, and on defense, control Iverson Clement and gang tackle. One note about the Thunderbolts' point after their conversion: they'll go for 2 almost exclusively. When I asked the coach why he does that, he told me they were very erratic when the conventional point was employed after hitting only 30%, so he decided to go for 2. They've got 18 two-point conversions on the season, and they're successful 60% of the time. So the math just adds up to go for 2, something to keep an eye on. Last time they reached the South Jersey final, Millville, was back in 2011. So very well balanced on offense.
Yeah, no doubt. And they're skilled. Their quarterback is a terrific player, and obviously their running back is like, he's a prime kid. He really is good. But then again, don't forget, it's what's up front that counts. They have a good line. They're coached well up front, and I'm looking for them to really have a good job, a good night tonight.
Take a look at RV in just a moment. Highway Tire and Auto Service stocks a wide selection of tires for your vehicle. Passenger tire inventory includes favorite brands like Goodyear, Kelly, and Dunlop. Get the best replacement tire for your car, light truck, or SUV now. But there's more. Highway Tire and Auto Service, family owned and operated for over 50 years. Also offers specials on oil changes, alignment, and brake service. Highway Tire and Auto Service, 1661 Route 38 in Mount Holly. Phone them 609-267-5300 or visit them online at highwaytires.com. As far as Rancocas Valley is concerned, they've lost just once in 9 tries as well, that being to Lenape when, of course, Bryce Mangini was not available, and Iverson Clement had to play quarterback and run the Wildcat. Red Devils coming off a resounding win over Southern, 43-6 in the opening round of the playoffs, dominated from the start, leading 36-zip at the half. On offense, coach Dan Hausman feels they can take advantage of the aggressiveness of the Millville defense and run traps and misdirection and create some big plays and have their attacking defense work against them. It also can result in the Red Devils' excellent screen game paying big dividends. Iverson Clement rushing for 1,430 yards, 19 TDs. Quarterback Mangini has thrown for 1,009 yards and 13 touches in 7 games, missing a couple with a meniscus injury to his knee. On defense, Coach Hausman feels the Thunderbolts have a great team speed, and their main concern is to control the edge and not let Millville get outside. If that happens, he said, could be a long night. Keys on offense is to keep drives alive, control the clock. On defense, they want to force Millville to run between the tackles and shut down the outside running game. So he's most concerned with Millville getting outside on their defense.
He's definitely concerned about the overall team speed that the Thunderbolts have, and rightfully so, no doubt.
So they're at the center of the field going through the coin toss. As you can see, RV dressed in their all red with white trim, and Millville, the visitors, in their white traveling uniforms, blue and orange. Millville has won the toss, and as we've seen so many times this season, they have deferred. They'll be defending the goal to our left. Rancocas Valley will be receiving and defending the goal to our right. Color guard already on the field as we're in anticipation of the playing of our national anthem.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen,
so it's the number 3 seeded Thunderbolts against the number 2 seed Rancocas Valley.
The colors by the Rancocas Valley Regional High School NJROTC unit. And the playing
so we're just about to have the playing of our national anthem from Rancocas Valley.
Jonathan Platt.
Beautiful school, and of course the field is turf. Excellent facility here
Please remove your hats.
at Rancocas Valley. All right, the playing of our national anthem as we are getting set for the opening tip-off. When you're in a playoff game like this, you know it's one and done.
Yep.
How do you approach it?
Well, just like you just said, listen, we lose this game here, we go home. Okay, we don't want to go home. The bottom line is that they have to play hard and approach it, that this is it, do or die. All right, and so I would imagine, and I'm sure, that the most important part of this game here took place from Monday to Thursday. Make no mistake about it.
Dan Houseman, the coach of Rancocas Valley. He will have the football first as Millville won the toss and they have deferred.
Linesman Jerry Taylor, side judge Dom Panola, field judge Mike Galzano. And
everyone was commenting about what a beautiful night it is here.
The scoreboard
it is really gorgeous. Nice facility here at RV, really beautiful.
Carlton Lawrence will be kicking it. Back, Iverson Clement, along with Robert Hawkins.
Number 11,
obviously,
and number 13.
Both have the opportunity and the ability to take it the distance.
Yeah, anxious to see like what they get. Just thinking about just kicking the ball deep, or just looking to get it like on a low hard line drive. A lot of you have a lot of options when you're kicking the ball. You don't always have to kick it as far as you can.
So Lawrence set, and he is a line drive. It's coming down to Hawkins. Hawkins finds room. Hawkins across the 30, and he's to the 32-yard line.
He's hit there by number 5.
So Rancocas Valley will open for business at their own 32-yard line. They start Bryce Mangini at quarterback. Iverson Clement, of course, the outstanding running back. Favorite receiver is Danny Condris. Mangini, of course, missed a couple of games with a meniscus, small meniscus tear, but he got the surgery and he's back playing. The give off left guard to Clement.
That's number 11.
Little inside counter that obviously didn't go very far at all.
No gain. So second down and 10.
Second and 10 for the Red Devils.
Rancocas Valley, of course, can throw it and pass it, but Clement is their outstanding running back. Millville played excellent on that first call. Long count. Back to pass Mangini. Sets, fires deep down the right side. He's got a receiver, Hawkins, and the defense right there to knock it away at the last moment.
That was a great defensive play. Perfect timing. Number 2.
That's Ramos.
Number 2, Marcel Ramos.
Oh, he's not just a great offensive player.
He's a terrific corner.
And has speed. Stride for stride with Hawkins. So now the Red Devils face a 3rd and long from their 32.
That was interesting. They went right after Ramos. Speed on speed. Defense won.
Back to pass Mangini, rolling to his right, throws to the right side, and this one is nearly intercepted but incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
Yeah, he had to run out of the pocket there. He's got a lot of pressure on him.
Intended receiver was Mark Sykes in the right flat, so a 3 and out to start this game.
Yeah, Millville looked pretty good defensively.
Brogdon to boot it. Lawrence back to receive it. Just the start of things. Left-footed kicker with end-over-end kick. Gets a Millville roll, and they'll have good field position somewhere around the 40-yard line, 41-yard line, where they're actually going to mark it. So Millville
At about the 41-yard
on
line.
offense for the first time.
First and
Tristan
10.
Harris is their quarterback. Outstanding running back is Clayton Scott. Receivers, Marcial Ramos.
Yeah, the Ramos name again.
And Carlton Lawrence, that is, are the favorite targets.
Yeah, Millville is really like, not saying loaded, but as they space out their offense, they have talent at every spot.
Double
The
slot
wides,
formation.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got talent.
Harris, quick pitch to the left side. It's complete with a blocker in front. Has room along the left sideline, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds in RV territory.
Bruce Williams.
Near the 40-yard line. That's where they're going to mark it, right at the 40-yard line. So the quick first down on the quick pitch to the left side, but it was the blocker really that sprung him.
Absolutely. It's a terrific job. And you got talented kids that are catching the ball. You got a kid in front of them that could block.
It'll be first and 10 for
You're definitely gaining plus yardage on that.
20-yard advance for Millville. And the double slot. Scott in the backfield. The snap. The give to Scott off the right side. Minimal gain. Picks up 2, maybe 3. Give him an advance of 4, actually.
Just tested him inside the tackle.
Second and 6.
And, in order to be successful, to make everything work, that has to work.
Again, they continue to run the double slot. Williams and Lawrence to the right side. Okendo flanked out left.
Yeah, they're stacking their outside receivers now. Another little technique.
The snap. Quick pitch over the middle. This one's complete for another first down to the 25-yard line.
Number 3.
Well, I can tell you they came into this game prepared. They're playing the man for man. So they motion to trips. So now they're one-on-one there, and the inside defender goes with the motion, so there's nobody to the inside of that receiver.
Carter Gray with a reception.
Same set.
Football just inside the 25. Here's Harris again. Great protection, throws deep to the left side, and this one is touchdown.
Wow.
That is a Millville touchdown.
That was a great ball, great throw, great catch. It was the same kid.
Try to get that number for you on the touchdown. So again, Millville will be going for 2, as we alerted you to before the game. That's what they do. They go for 2. Quick pitch to the left side, and this one is too high, and it is no good.
2-point conversion with 9 minutes and 12 seconds.
So the reception was to Okendo, unofficially.
RB 0.
This live coverage of Millville football is brought to you by the Millville Thunderbolt Club, now in its 62nd year of supporting Millville High School sports teams. Members of the Millville Thunderbolt Club are proud of all of Millville's 22 varsity sports teams and continue to provide scholarships for athletes from every sport who choose to sacrifice in the name of the orange and blue. Visit their website, MillvilleThunderboltsClub.com. 24-yard hookup. So Millville with a 6-0 lead on Rancocas Valley as they take it right down the field on their opening drive.
Number 1, Carlton Lawrence.
And this one is on the ground and collected by one of the up people for
Down there by number 43,
Rancocas Valley. That's Quade Thibault.
Play at the
Thibault, that is.
First and 10.
So Rancocas Valley now trailing 6-0. But of course, with the extra point being unsuccessful, they have the opportunity to take the lead should they score here. Slot formation to the right side. Flanked out to the left is Danny Condris. The give is to Clement, dancing and dodging, and he picks up 2, maybe 3, and then the swarm comes.
A little draw. Again, they're going to try to give him the ball in a lot of different situations, a lot of different ways.
Marking the football at the 43-yard line. Pickup of 3, 2nd and 7. Obviously, Millville keying on Clement with a double slot formation now. As they should, obviously, one of the best running backs in the state. The snap, play action, the throw over the middle. This one is wide open, completed at the 39-yard line, inside the 25, and is going to be dumped right around the 24-yard line. Curtis Bright split the seam of the defense, and he was all by his lonesome.
Yeah, there was just nobody there. There had to be definitely a mix-up. I don't even think they flooded the zone. They just 2-by-2s. They went right down the field.
So they're going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. First down for Rancocas Valley. And now a whistle. This is going to be a legal procedure against Rancocas Valley. You could see the Millville players were pointing to RV, and it's going to cost them 5 yards.
I'm sure we're going to see different sets, different formations from RV. Millville is playing them straight man for man in the secondary. So they'll try to confuse them a little bit by coming up in different sets.
So Mangini with runners to either side. Direct snap to Clement. Powers forward to the 21-yard line. And we've seen him, of course, do this before. When Mangini was injured, he played the Wildcat.
And he's pretty effective, too.
Remember that game against Lenape where they had it won, and then the long completion by Lenape to win it at the end. But they ran an entirely different offense than they ran all season, and they did a great job of it.
Well, only a few days or so, like just to get that offense ready. I remember that.
So now 2nd and 11 at the 21 of Millville. The Thunderbolts on top, 6-0. Long count. The snap. The double reverse. The throw to Mangini. All alone to the left side. Makes the reception. Now spins inside the 15 to the 12. And I think he's going to be shy of the first down. He is by a couple of yards, but a little razzle-dazzle there early on.
I mean, razzle-dazzle with 6:30 to go in the first quarter. So they surely want to get the ball in the end zone. And, you know, it was a pretty effective play. A little better execution, it would have been in the end zone.
He had to come back, actually, and wait for the football to be delivered. So now 3rd and 3. Probably 4-down territory. Clement, again, looks like he's in the Wildcat. Direct snap to the left side. Now finds room to the right as he cuts outside, handling for the right corner of the end zone, and he's in for the touchdown.
That's not so bad. Okay, he's a pretty pretty good player, that kid, really.
Well, the thing that was impressive about that run is you could see he was going to go off right tackle. That was shut off, and then he just kicked it to the outside, and once he was out there, no catching him.
But then there were 2 different occasions out there where he set up the defender and just went right by him.
Number 20.
A regular back is not going to score that touchdown.
Extra point.
Aliotto will be kicking for the lead. Snap.
That kick is up.
And it is good.
There's 5 minutes, 57 seconds.
Yeah, it's
remaining
interesting
in the
about
first
when you see
quarter.
this now,
Score
when Millville
Rancocas
goes
Valley
for 2 all the
7,
time.
Millville 6.
You know, I mean, when you get these kind of games, like 1 point is huge. So, I mean, I don't know if that's going to come back and haunt them or not. Obviously it worked for them all season long, but when you come down to these games against teams that are going to score points, okay, that 1 point means an awful lot.
So now 7-6, Rancocas Valley, and Rancocas Valley football proudly sponsored by Bill Gordon's Mount Holly Pro Day. Heading into its 20th year, Pro Day continues to serve the South Jersey community with its financial support of area youth programs. Thanks to the generous donations of individuals and corporate sponsors, Pro Day continues to thrive. Please consider helping area youth with your support by placing an ad and being a sponsor and or attending the golf tournament and reception coming in May 2017. For more information, call 609-267-1539.
Backbeat for the Thunderbolts.
It's really funny you talk about kickers. I think of my tenure at in Dragonland. There were a few years that we didn't have a kicker. We used to have tryouts. I even want to tell you that we somehow or other even coerced one or two soccer kids to come out and kick the ball. So there's something you can do. You just don't accept it.
Off for the Red Devils.
And we always solve that problem one way or another.
Actually, I think the biggest problem they said they had was not with the kicker, was more with the snapper. They just really couldn't get that done. Here's the kick. Aliotto driving the receiver back, now finally grabbed, and they're going to grab him right around the 17-yard line.
He's hit here by number 3, Nassim Hendrick.
Cartier Gray with a reception, the return. So now Millville with the football, their second time. They march right down the field in their initial drive, and let's see what they can do here.
Yeah, they did. They moved right down the field. Again, they got some talent out there, and they do a good job coaching it up. Again, that double stack formation.
Scott is the running back. Scott gets the toss to the right side, looking to make the turn, gets a good block, now breaks free along the right sideline and across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Coming up, Tariq Hills makes what could have been a game or a scoring-saving trip right there as he had the right sideline.
You know, these two kids, these two running backs, we should pay the boss of this company for us being here to watch these two kids. These kids are phenomenal. They're really, really awesome.
And both just juniors as well.
Come on, that's awesome.
Again, Scott up the middle, pounds to the 37, 38-yard line.
That'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Second down, 7. Approaching 5 minutes left in this opening quarter of play. South Jersey semifinals, the number 2 seeded Rancocas Valley Red Devils against the Thunderbolts of Millville.
Yeah, it's good. You know, they're running good plays. Looks like Millville now staying in that 2x2 wide set, the stacks on the outside.
Again, Scott is the running back. Peeling to the left side is Williams. The toss goes to Scott looking to sweep the left side. Being hemmed in, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. And again, that's what Coach Hausman was concerned with most, getting to the outside or not letting them get to the outside.
You see a little bit on the defense there now with RV. They sort of rotated towards the motion a little bit to get some extra help, okay, towards the motion side.
Now they go back to the traditional double slot formation. without the stack. 3rd and 6 from the 39. Harris looking to the left side, and this one is going to be intercepted for 6 for the touchdown.
Keyshawn Harris, and that is a Rancocas Valley touchdown.
You know, I was just watching the secondary on that, and they were in a 3 deep. No, they were not in man for man. So they changed their secondary coverage up a little bit. A great move, coaches.
Keyshawn Harris with a pick for 6. So now the extra point try.
That'll be Paliana out for the extra point. Number 7, Mangine to hold. Appears to be an official timeout.
Officials having a discussion.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, he's got to be he just can't run out there, I don't think. He's got to be in a certain distance from the huddle when he breaks the huddle.
They're talking it over with the Rancocas Valley, so evidently it's
That's an illegal substitution.
going to be against Millville, so they'll move the football half the
Against
distance,
Millville,
which is
12 men.
all of a yard and a half. Paliotto to attempt. 13-6 now. Rancocas Valley. Long count. Here's the snap. They're going to go for 2. He's Mangini to the goal line, and he's in for 2.
Conversion for the Red Devils is good. With 3 minutes, 48 seconds remaining.
So now 15-6 as Rancocas Valley gives Millville a little taste of their own medicine with a 2-point conversion. They now lead it. That is 15-6. Well, for over 45 years, Alimo Group has provided quality engineering service to public clients throughout New Jersey and New York, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. Many of these clients have used Alimo Group services for years. Firm has received many engineering and planning awards for municipal and state projects. Alimo Group services are tailored to the client's specific needs. These range from water wells to footbridges and nature paths to new structures and facilities. The Alimo Group can engineer your ideas and help you create just what you need. Phone the Alimo Group at 609-267-8310 or visit them at 200 High Street in Mount Holly. So the pick 6.
Pick 6 is where it's at.
Number 1.
And I think the defensive coverage, they changed it up. And really, the quarterback was looking for man, and he didn't see that corner come up there at all. By all rights, he thought that kid should have been out of there, but he sat right in his zone.
As well for Millville.
So Paliotto to kick it. Taken by one of the up people along the right sideline, has some room and being hemmed in and then run out of bounds. On the return was Bruce Williams for Millville. They'll have excellent field position at the 48-49 yard line. See if there's a marker here. Looks like there is.
There is a flag on the play.
I think they're bringing it back.
Let's see what the indication is.
Illegal
Block in the back is the call, so that's going to cost him 10 yards and move the football back to just over the 30-yard line. See where they're going to place it. So they had excellent field position at the 40. No, pardon me, that's where they're going to start the walk-off. So that's where the infraction occurred at the 30-yard line. So that's going to place the football down just inside the 20. So what a difference there, Tony.
40. That's like 40-yard difference. That's not a good thing.
So now trips to the right side as they, again, are changing up the formations. Harris takes it, gives to Scott. Up the middle, Scott picks up 3, maybe 4 to the 24-yard line.
Hit on the play by number 93.
He's getting back to that kickoff, too. Like, RV can't play games like those little pooches and stuff like that. They almost busted that for a touchdown, Millville did. You know, you gotta just play the ball hard, kick it hard. Okay, this way you know what you can do. You can know how you have to cover it and so on. Those little pooches, it's a tough situation for the kids to cover.
Second and a long 6. Again, the stack on either side. Harris, quick pitch to the left side. Again, they have a blocker in front. Breaks free, gets the first down, across the 35, continues to the 39-yard line.
Nice play. Not very complicated.
I believe that was Okendo again with the reception and the first down. So they ran that play in the first series they had, and success there, and again successful here. Is the lead blocker is the key to that play having success. It's a short flip to the left side, but then they get the block.
Well, they got that kid Ramos is out there, number 2. So he's catching it or throwing the block.
Again, Harris throws deep down the left sideline, and this
right
one
there
is caught at the 30-yard line. And that was Ramos going up for it at its highest point and snagging it.
Yeah, he's a player, that kid.
Defenders were there in the neighborhood, but he was just able to elevate and then haul it in for the first down on the big gainer.
As they call that high at the highest point technique. Catch the ball at its highest point.
And he had the best view of the ball, too. Some of the defenders had their backs turned. Harris, the quick pitch to the right side. This one is complete. Inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. That one complete to Williams, Bruce Williams.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Picked up a good 6 yards.
That's a gain of 6 yards.
So obviously that's one of their bread and butter plays, is they just continue to run that, and with success. Again, the double stack.
I mean, they got 2-on-1 now at the top of the field.
The give, though, to Scott, and he runs into a defender right at the line of scrimmage. And knocked down at the 21-yard line. C.J. Thompson came up.
Thompson on the tackle.
Yeah,
Flag is on the play.
They had a penalty thrown, but they're going to wave it off. That was funny. One of the officials handed the flag to the other official, and then he gave the official, we're waving it off.
3rd and 2.
So now 3rd down, 3rd and 2 for Millville. Now trailing 15-6. 1 minute left in this first quarter of play. Again, the double stack.
Yeah, I mean, how are they playing this?
Here's Scott. Scott up the middle. Scott has the first down to the 15-yard line.
Appears to have the first down.
Hard runner is Scott.
You know, a little note about the officials also, like these officials do not come from our area. These officials come from probably up north. When you go into the tournament play, they have all the officials rotate by North Jersey, South Jersey, and so on.
At the 14, Millville threatening again. They trail at 15-6. Now Rancocas Valley changes up their defense a little bit as they open the stack on either side. Harris being rushed, throws to the end zone, and this one is caught for the touchdown.
Touchdown for Millville.
That was Ramos or not?
I believe it was Ramos on the reception.
Yeah, I think it was.
And you can see that the quarterback, Harris, has a lot of confidence in Ramos. He'll throw it up there, and he says, I know you're going to go get it.
Exactly. And let's not forget that the kid could put the ball there. That kid is a pretty good player.
So again, they will go for 2. Unsuccessful the first time.
Yeah.
The toss to the right side, and this one is going to be successful.
That was easy.
That was number 28, Clayton
And that was Clayton Scott.
Successful 2-point conversion.
So now 15-14.
Seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Millville still down by 1 as we are closing in on the end of the first quarter of play. Next Level Aquatics in Voorhees has a simple vision to become the comprehensive aquatics facility where individuals of all ages, including families and athletes, can learn to participate in swimming and all physical fitness activities with confidence and skills. Next Level Aquatics, the home of the South Jersey Aquatic Club, offers swim lessons, a physical therapy pool. They're programmed for every fitness level. Physical therapy, master swimming, aqua boot camp, and coming soon, stand-up paddleboard yoga. Visit nextlevelaquatics.com for more information. Remember, there are 2 X's in Next. They're at 333 Preston Avenue in Voorhees. Next Level Aquatics.
Yeah, so, Millville is really presenting a lot of problems to Rancocas Valley's defense. They have such good receivers and skilled kids on the outside. They started off playing man for man, and now they are playing zone. Okay, but their offensive sets are presenting a lot of problems to RV.
Thiebaud falls on it for Rancocas Valley. 15-14. RV continues to lead it, but Ramos has been a major problem for them because they have fairly good coverage. But when you have a kid who can go up and get it like he can, it doesn't really matter.
No doubt.
So the Red Devils with the football at their own 35-yard line, still leading at 15-14. Double slot formation. And Genie, screen coming up to the right side. It's caught, but they caught him for a loss.
Yeah, that was took a long time to develop. And the defensive end that was putting pressure on it got off of the pressure and went and made the tackle.
That was Hawkins, and that's the end of the first quarter of play. With the score, Rancocas Valley on top by just 1, 15-14. At the Mintz Insurance Agency, you'll receive professional integrity with a personal touch. Since 1934, Mintz Insurance has been your neighbor and your hometown insurance agent. They'll assist you with all of your insurance needs and help you manage and plan for all your potential risks. They work hard to build a trusted relationship with their customers, representing over 20 companies. They'll always seek out the best companies that offer the appropriate coverage at a fair price. Mintz Insurance Agency is at 10 East Main Street in Millville. Phone 856-825-2880 or visit mintzinsurance.com online.
I'm thinking that RV is going to have to, when they get back on defense, come up with a little, make some adjustments to Millville's wide offense.
Ball is spotted at the 34-yard.
Second down, we'll call it 11. From the 34. Clement
That'd be number 11.
up the middle, picks up a couple.
Yeah, there's not much going on in there.
And that'll bring up a third down and 10. They just give him an advance of 1 yard. Third and 10. Low snap. Mangini has to rush to get it. Now just lets fly to the left side. There's nobody there. So will there be a flag? Millville is asking for the flag. What's going on? They're saying, throw the thing. And there he finally does.
There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, he was just getting the certification, just getting confirming it with the sideline judge.
There was nobody out there. There's no question about it. So intentional grounding the call against Rancocas Valley with a loss of down, of course, and they'll be forced to punt the football.
A loss of down.
Brogdon to boot it.
Down for the Red Devils.
Lawrence standing in Rancocas Valley territory. Going to place it down right at the 15.
Yeah, a little penalty with that, too.
Brogdon will be standing just in front of his own end zone. And Millville should end up with outstanding field position. Snap. The kick. It's a good one.
And you got to catch the ball. I don't get it.
Yeah, because now the ball is back to the 42-yard line of Millville, where they could have had a lot better position if he did catch the football.
Got to catch the ball. I mean, those kind of situations in games like these, tight game, 1 or 2 point difference. That ball, he catches the ball, he may advance the ball at 15, 20 yards. Now you got the ball in the 25, a little different than having it on your own 40.
Now they're going to mark it at the Millville 41-yard line.
Yep.
Still good field position, but could have been a lot better.
Yeah, no doubt.
Again, that double stack formation, that has been working very well for Millville. Down by 1, 15-14. Scott.
That's Scott on the carry.
Off right guard, breaks free, cuts back, has a first down to the 47-yard line of Rancocas Valley, and really 49 where they're going to mark it, but really one step from really breaking it.
Yeah, I don't see how he got out from there. That was unbelievable. He just jumped a little bit, a little lateral move to the right, and boom.
But that's not going to count. Holding the call against Millville.
I guess that's how it happened then.
Ball's moved back to the 42-yard line. Millville with a first down and 14 now.
That'll be 1st and 14.
Harris with a low snap gives to Scott, and he is hit in the backfield and thrown for a loss at the 35-yard line.
They're coming, put a little pressure on him.
Stop on the play by number 40.
And the deal is that you could, part of changing up your secondary, you're getting better coverage, is by obviously dialing up the pressure.
Kyle Sapp shot the gap and made the stop. Now second down.
2nd and 17.
17 for Millville. Again, the double stack.
They got a little, okay.
Okendo in motion to the right side. Harris being pressured, rolling to his right. Throws on the run, and it's complete. And he is stopped at the 47-yard line. His knee must have touched down right there because he continued after touching the knee down, but he was down there or he could have gone a lot further.
Yeah, that was a close call. The official really wasn't sure about that one.
And good play by Harris as he had a lot of pressure, able to throw it on the run and complete it. Now a lot more manageable third down, 3rd and 6. Ramos is to the left side. Okendo again peels to the right. Harris, the screen to the left side. It's complete. Grabbing him is Iverson Clement. To no avail as he breaks the tackle, and he's to the 25-yard line of Rancocas Valley. The question is, will that be a face mask?
No, they got Ramos for blocking in the back.
Okay.
Down over here on the line.
that one's coming back, so 2 big penalties against Millville. Officials now huddling up. Still no indication. Probably trying to decide where the penalty occurred. Illegal block in the back is the call. It's going to be a 10-yard walk-off, but more importantly, wipes out that screen play to the left side.
Yeah, he had his hands on it. Yeah, it was funny that he didn't even have to put. If he did not put his hands on the kid's back, it would have been the same result. So there was no need for him to do that. But you know, their reaction is they think they got to do this and do that, and obviously, like, you know, they're just working on their instincts.
Ball marked at the 35-yard line, 3rd down and 17. Trips to the right side. Being rushed is Harris. Crashing through there was C.J. Thompson, and Harris hits the deck.
I watched that from the get-go, and they had 2 guys out here and nobody to block that big guy. He just came in totally untouched.
So Millville going to be forced to punt the football. Of course, that drive self-destructed. They just shot themselves in the foot multiple times, and now they're going to have to punt the football.
Yeah, and you know, you bring it back to the kid not catching the punt. It all adds up.
The snap and the punt. It's a good one.
Catch the ball.
Hawkins just lets it bounce, and in this case, it gets a Rancocas Valley bounce. They're going to take over the football at the 37-yard line.
Possession at the 37-yard line.
So Millville had an opportunity, as you said. The whole drive started off badly for them, not catching the punt, letting it roll to the 42-yard line, their own 42, and they had the opportunity to get field position in Rancocas Valley territories. Lawrence would have come up and grabbed that, and then, of course, a couple of big 10-yard penalties negating big plays. Now Rancocas Valley with the football, maintaining a 15-14 lead with 7:48 left till halftime.
I'll be in a tight set here now. Double tights.
The toss to Clement. The blocker in front. Turns the corner. But really just does get back to the line of scrimmage if he did that. So far in the game, they have done a good job on Clement. Of course, he did score the touchdown. A touchdown, I should say. But he did that from the Wildcat.
Correct. Yeah, you're right. On that last play, they came up in double tights. Same situation here.
So no gain, 2nd and 10. Clement cuts to his left, trying to get to the outside left side. Has a blocker in front. He's grabbed at the 45-yard line, and he's going to be knocked out.
You know what he grabbed? I think he grabbed his towel or his shirt that's sticking out of his pants.
Yeah.
Ah, goodness gracious.
That's a gain of.
That's just what happened.
7 yards. It'll be 3rd and
Pickup of 7. Yeah, it's unusual that he does have that shirt hanging out from underneath his jersey. Nonetheless, it's 3rd down and 3 from the 45-yard line, their own 45. Clement again bounces to the outside, continues driving, but he's going to be short. Some scores. Toms River North all over Howell, 27-7. Lenape on top of Highland, 14-0. Timber Creek 9, Shawnee nothing. West Deptford 21-zip over Collingswood. Burlington Township 13-7 lead over Delsey. And Holy Spirit with a 7-zip lead over Immaculata. Right here, it's 15-14, Rancocas Valley.
Rancocas Valley. Number 1, Carlton Lawrence.
Lawrence back at his own 20. Brogdon to kick. Check it. It's a fake. Unsuccessful.
Oh.
Incomplete.
That is an incomplete pass.
And Millville was hoping they were going to take it the distance, but not so. And nonetheless, they have the football. So Coach Dan Houseman trying to cross up the Thunderbolts and didn't pan out.
That's a pretty interesting call.
So they have the football now at the 47-yard line of Rancocas Valley, trailing 15-14.
Spots the ball at the 46-yard line.
So now they're going to run a tight formation.
Yep.
Harris with a snap. Harris being rushed. Harris out to the left side, and he's going to be thrown for another loss inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
16-yard loss.
Big loss on the play.
Ed Reyes, I believe, got him.
I mean, both of these teams are not really taking advantage of the situations that they were given. That's for sure.
Second and 24.
Second and lungs.
Second and 24 for
The snap. Scott with the toss to the right side, and Scott knocked down around the 44-yard line. Pickup of 4.
4 yards.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 20.
3rd and 20. Ball is spotted on.
So Rancocas Valley with an opportunity to get Millville offense off the field.
Yep. And hopefully get decent field position again.
Trips to the right side. The snap. Harris sets, fires over the middle, and this one is intercepted off the deflection at the 45-yard line along the right sideline.
Another flag.
Number 33, Cody Tebow.
Block in the back. Number 5.
On the play. Preliminary indication is blocking the back.
So Sadusky with the interception, I believe.
After the interception.
But there is a marker. Off the deflection, popped up in the air, and he was able to haul it in, and they are going to be penalized.
Yeah, block in the back.
But they'll take it.
Illegal block on the back. However, possession will change.
Number 5 did the block.
Will take possession. 1st and 10.
So Rancocas Valley with the football. 4:10 left till halftime, leading at 15-14. They have the football at their own 40-yard line. Mangini keeps it off the fake to Clement. Picks up big yardage to the 47-yard line. It's only a sophomore, is Mangini, and Coach Thomas said he doesn't play like a sophomore. He's a big kid, too, about 6'2".
Yeah, he doesn't play like a sophomore. He's got a lot of confidence. He runs okay.
2nd and 7. Here's Clement. Big hole to the left side. He's in a foot race. Breaks free to the 30. Inside the 30, knocked down at the 27-yard line. You can see that hole just open wide on the left side.
It was picture perfect.
Penalty, though, holding against Rancocas Valley, so turnabout is fair play. They've had the share, have Millville hurting them with big plays, and right here, same thing.
Yeah, I tell you, keep on shooting themselves in the foot, as the saying goes. I'm really surprised to see all these penalties too at this time of the year and this caliber of a game. But I guess it happens.
Well, from where they're marking it, the sticks, it's 2nd and 2. That's going to be the call. Stack to the right side. Clement running right. Gets a block. Going to turn the corner across the midfield line to the 47-yard line. Again, he's very patient. Runs off of his blockers.
And he knows what he needs, too. Like he needed 2 yards on that. So they ran a little tight trip set here. They tossed him the ball. And he put his shoulder down and made sure he got that first down.
Well, the other thing about Clement is he is not afraid of contact. Many times initiates contact.
He initiates the contact. Absolutely.
So there's a timeout on the field. 2:59 till halftime. And RV continues to lead it by 1, 15-14. Insurance can be very complicated. How much do you need? What kind is best? At Mutual of Omaha, they simplify the process. Mutual of Omaha can help you decide on the best life insurance or Medicare supplement insurance for your situation. They can also help with disability insurance, online banking, and retirement plans. Contact the professionals at Mutual of Omaha. They're at 9000 Lincoln Drive East in Marlton, and they can be reached at 856-988-7771. Mutual of Omaha. So first down for Rancocas Valley. 2:59 till halftime. They lead it 15-14. Difference in the ball game was the missed 2-point conversion on Millville's first score.
And in general, both teams have been making major league mistakes on penalties, not catching punts. Like, you know, they put themselves in a situation where both teams are not really helping themselves.
Looks like Clement is tucked in that shirt. Inside counterplay to Sykes, and he is hit hard after a pickup of 3 at the 45-yard line. Looked like he had a lot more, but coming charging across was Jamar Holbrook and put an end to that pickup of a couple.
Yeah, that was Zach Douglas, coach. Again, Zach Douglas is tough as nails.
He is. Excellent linebacker. 2nd and 8. Double slot. And Genie to the line of scrimmage. Make sure the offensive linemen know what the play is. Kind of looks like a pro player out there, that kind of thing. He's back to pass. Throws to the left side, too high. Intended out there for Condrus, but too far over his head. May have rushed the throw there, but he was open, no question.
Yeah, he really had to throw the ball over the rush, and that's why that ball took off on him.
So now 3rd and 8 from the 45 of Millville. Looking to the side to get the play. They see what defense they're setting up in, and then the coaches say, all right, we're going to run this. Mangini, good protection. Fires deep down the right side. There's Clement at the 5, and he's down. He says no. The ball hit the turf, according to the official, and Clement cannot believe it. Of course, we don't have replay here, so there's no way to see if he made the correct call, but it's not going to be changed unless the official from the other side says he did make the catch, and that's not happening. Remember that play.
I'm trying to say that he caught it and ran with it. He did not do that?
Well, maybe when he was rolling over or whatever, he may have dropped it. Brogdon with a kick. looking to keep it deep in Millville territory. Bounces down and is going to be out of bounds somewhere around the 10-yard line. So 151 left here in this first half of play. And, of course, one thing that Rancocas Valley wants to do here is they don't want to allow Millville to score with 151 because they have the lead and they get the football to start the second half.
Yep. That was interesting, to say the least.
I think Rancocas Valley might have a different way of describing it. Do you think?
I would definitely want to think so.
But nonetheless,
wow.
Millville with the football, have it at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, it's funny. I was ready to. I want to see that again. But like you alluded to, there is no instant replay.
Here's the toss to Scott. Running to his right. He's grabbed in the backfield, and he's going to be knocked down for a loss. See what they're going to mark it.
It was a good defensive play by a defensive end.
Timeout called. Question is, who's it called by Rancocas Valley? They figure if they can hold him down here, Coach, they can get the football back.
Hey, if they got the timeouts, might as well use them, right?
141 remaining, and open for over 20 years. Deerwood Country Club is one of the premier golf clubs in the region, known for its immaculate groomed course, fine dining, friendly attentive service. The link-style course capitalizes on the natural beauty of adjacent wetland and wooded preserves. Deerwood's clubhouse contains elegant formal dining rooms, a well-appointed pro shop, a pub and grill, plus a spacious covered stone terrace overlooking the 18th green and fairway. Currently a semi-private club with golf and social memberships. Deerwood Country Club, located on Wood Lane Road in West Hampton. Phone 609-265-1800 or visit deerwoodcc.com online.
That is a beautiful golf course too. I golfed there a few times. It really is.
Yeah, just from reading that description, it sounds beautiful.
Yeah, it really. I've been to I think a wedding or two there also.
Okay.
Really nice. So yeah, they got they're really back. They got their backs against the wall here, with a minute and 40 to go.
So no gain on that last play to Scott. Second down and 10. Again, they're going to give it to Scott. Bounces off the tackler, continues driving, picks up some 5, maybe 6 yards. So a good run there by Scott as he was initially hit for no gain and then bounced off, took it to the right side for a nice gain, picked up nearly 7 yards, but third down, we'll call it 4 for Millville.
Yeah, if you don't hit this kid Scott like head on and stop him in his tracks, he just keeps on going.
Ball was actually intended for Sykes, not Clement, as I indicated on that last play for Rancocas Valley. Now the give up the middle, the first down is picked up, so the 25-yard line. So Millville will retain possession, and Mark Sykes, when he was rolling over, lost control of the football.
They're looking to pick up the speed here. Oh, I got you, yeah.
Harris, quick toss to the right side. It's complete and then knocked out of bounds, or is he? He is not out of bounds. They keep the clock moving. 1:10 left. Place the ball down at the 30-yard line, just over the 30. We'll call it the 31-yard line. Trips to the right side. Again, Harris is going to fire deep down the right side, and this one is nearly intercepted.
That ball falls incomplete.
Closest man to it was Harris. Well, Rancocas Valley nearly made the pick, but incomplete, and now third down and 4. Clock is stopped off the incompletion.
3rd and 4 for Millville.
Millville down 15-14. Trips to the left side. Harris fires deep down the right side, and this one is incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Yeah, they got that kid bracketed.
That was intended for Lawrence along the right sideline, but he was well defended, and now
So that's the second time in a row they ran the same play basically. And they had, like I said, they had the kid covered under and over. So, I mean, that had a hard chance for that play to work.
Timeout, Millville.
Timeout, Millville.
15-14. Rancocas Valley on top. So you think you know pro football, right? Can you predict things in a game before they actually happen? How good are you? Well, sports fans now have a chance to play a groundbreaking sports game app that allows them to compete in live games and interact in real-time action. No more simulated games. This is live. If you want to get your hands on this amazing sports app and be one of the first to play, go to sportsgameaccess.com and grab your spot. That's sportsgameaccess.com. It's your time to do the game. So Millville coming out, fourth and a long 4. The question is, will they be going for it here or will they punt the football?
Yeah, I mean,
Appears they're going to go for it here.
Not puzzled, but they called a timeout, and obviously this is for the reason why.
Or they could, of course, be trying to draw RV off sides. But now Rancocas Valley calls a timeout.
Timeout, RV.
15-14. The Red Devils on top. Parent Chief Chapels has been part of the greater Mount Holly community for more than 180 years. Community service and participation are both part of their heritage. When you have a need of their services, you can call 609-267-0399 or go to their website at parentchief.com or visit their warm and comfortable offices at 438 High Street in Mount Holly. They're there to help honor the memory of your loved ones. Parent Chief Chapels, a proud supporter of the student athletes at Rancocas Valley High School. So back-to-back timeouts by each team. It appears that Millville has changed their mind.
That'll be number 13, Robert Hawkins.
Hawkins is back.
Yeah,
Timeout.
Is this a third timeout? Wow. Don't see that very often.
maybe they'll come out now and run a play off of that same sequence.
I would hope so.
I don't know.
46.8 seconds left in this first half of play. So 3 timeouts in a row. Highway Tire and Auto Service stocks a wide selection of tires for your vehicle. Their passenger tire inventory includes favorite brands like Goodyear, Kelly, and Dunlop. You get the best replacement tire for your car, light truck, or SUV now. But there's more. Highway Tire and Auto, family owned and operated for over 50 years. Also offers specials on oil changes, alignment, and brake service. Highway Tire and Auto Service, 1661 Route 38 in Mount Holly. Phone them 609-267-5300 or visit them online at highwaytires.com. So, after all that, they will punt the football.
Yeah, let's give the coaches the benefit of that. They had something up their sleeve, and they decided to go the conservative way.
High punt, bounces down at the 44-yard line. They're going to let it roll, and it rolls out of bounds right about the 35-yard line. So Rancocas Valley with the football. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be here. They have a 15-14 lead, but just 38.1 seconds to work with.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they're going to handle this.
Well, when you have someone like a Clement, you figure, hey, let's see what he can do. Give him the football, and if he can break one. Don't think they want to put it up, though, and risk an interception here or any turnover. So let's see how Coach Houseman plays it here. They will put it up. Screen. This one is complete. Clement stutter stepping inside the midfield line, and he's triple teamed at the 47-yard line, and immediately a timeout is called.
49-yard line.
Of course, they called they're not calling a timeout, pardon me. That's the sticks being moved. And now Mangini right at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to clock it.
All right, nice little screen play. Second down now.
24.5 seconds remaining. Ball's going to be placed down at the 48-yard line of Millville.
First and 10.
Yeah, any way they can get the ball into Clemens' hands, they're going to try, that's for sure.
Double slot formation.
Right.
Mangini throws quickly to the right side. Hawkins makes the reception, but he had to reach down to get it. He's out of bounds. That'll stop the clock, but not a good throw there by Mangini.
Yeah, he was really out there on the outside the hash. That's a tough, way outside the hash. On the numbers, as a matter of fact.
I think they might have called that incomplete. Or did they call it incomplete?
They called it complete, I think.
They did. Okay, so he lost a yard.
Third down and 11.
Just over 16 seconds left in this first half.
Either a screen here, I'm thinking, or even trying to go over the top.
Of course, they don't have to score. They can also get in field goal range. But they still have a ways to go before being in the range. Paliota. Again, the double slot. Mangini. Good protection. Now being rushed. Rolling to his right. Going to run out of bounds. No, he throws on the run, and this one's incomplete.
Pass was incomplete to Curtis Bright.
Bright was the intended receiver at the 35, and now just 8.9 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's going to punt it now.
Yeah, fourth down. So they couldn't get anything done. They had the nice play to Clement, but that was about it.
That was about it, is right.
Coming on late, the punter.
Number 92, Robert Brogdon, into punt. Number 1.
So Brogdon to kick it.
To receive.
Lawrence.
RD spends its last timeout.
Yeah, I mean, a good move. That was a good timeout there. They have your punter in your punting situation. He's not on the field. So you don't want to be rushing around and all that kind of stuff. So timeout. Make sure everybody knows what's going on. This way you don't have any, mishaps on your punt cover team.
8.9 seconds remaining in this live coverage of Millville football is brought to you by the Millville Thunderbolt Club, now in its 62nd year of supporting Millville high school sports teams. Members of the Millville Thunderbolt Club are proud of all the Millville's 22 varsity sports teams and continue to provide scholarships for athletes from every sport who choose to sacrifice in the name of the orange and blue. Visit their website, MillvilleThunderboltClub.com. So Brogdon will kick it. And again, Lawrence is back to receive it. Angling for the sideline. They don't want to return here, but it comes back into the field and just going to roll inside the 5. Continue to roll. Look at it down to that 1 or 2 yard line with no time left. So that's the end of the first half of play with Rancocas Valley on top of Millville, 15-14. Rancocas Valley football proudly sponsored by Bill Gordon's Mount Holly Pro Day. Heading into its 20th year, Pro Day continues to serve the South Jersey community with its financial support of area youth programs. Thanks to the generous donations of individuals and corporate sponsors, Pro Day continues to thrive. Please consider helping area youth with your support by placing an ad, being a sponsor, and or attending the golf tournament and reception coming in May 2017. For more information, please call 609-267-1539. And for over 45 years, Alimo Group has provided quality engineering services to public clients throughout South Jersey, New Jersey, all of New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. Many of these clients have used Alimo Group services for years, and the firms received many engineering and planning awards for municipal and state projects. Alimo Group services are tailored to clients' specific needs These range from water wells to footbridges and nature paths to new structures and facilities. The Alimo Group can engineer your ideas and help you create just what you need. Phone the Alimo Group, 609-267-8310, or visit them at 200 High Street in Mount Holly. So we are at halftime. Rancocas Valley on top by the score of 15-14, and after kind of an explosive first quarter, things kind of settled down on that second quarter, and the difference in the game is that interception for 6.
Absolutely, and then things settle down when people start making mistakes, and that contributes a lot to what took away the pizzazz that the game started off with. I mean, this is a semifinal game of Group 5, and that's the way it started off. It was like really like two good teams and so on. And then they both started shooting themselves in the foot, and obviously things started to slow down. And now, then once it slowed down like that, when you start making so many mistakes, you start to look at yourself and you start to being non-aggressive because you're afraid to make mistakes. So, tough situation.
Let's give you some more scores, the latest ones that we have. Toms River North on top of Howell, 27-14 now. Lenape blanking Highland 21-0. Timber Creek 9, Shawnee zip. West Deptford 27, Collingswood 0. Burlington Township 13, Delsey 7, and Holy Spirit now leads Immaculata 16-0. Of course, the winner of this game will take on the winner of Toms River North and Howell for the South Jersey Group 5 championship. So we are at halftime. Rancocas Valley, as we said, on top, 15-14. Not going to be entertained by Rancocas Valley marching band. So Rancocas Valley will receive the second half kickoff. They lead it 15-14. And as Coach mentioned, both teams have had big plays called back because of penalties, so that's going to be something they got to keep in mind in the second half.
Yeah, no doubt. And obviously, the more mistakes you made, like I said, the more conservative you become and the less aggressive you become.
And now you have the distinct pleasure of talking to one of your good buddies and a name that's synonymous with Millville football.
Absolutely,
a guy that goes by the name of Tony Cerise. So take it away.
Coach, how you doing?
I'm good, Tony. This is the Tony show.
This is the Tony show. It was set up perfectly for that, too, tonight. In honor of your team, Millville.
Good ball game.
It is a good ball game.
Great athletes out there. You can see the athleticism on both sides of the field.
It's amazing, both teams have two extraordinary running backs. Their quarterbacks are terrific also. And how they just they got a little space, they're gone.
They're gone.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day with the double tights and stuff like that, now it's everything. What do you think about that, the way they do with the formations and everything?
Well, you have such great athletes today, and, Tony, and you've been just out of coaching, so you saw coached the evolution of get them in space, spread them out, get them in space, get them the football, and it's, basketball and grass, It
it's
becomes a different ball game than back in the day.
And what I was saying, too, once they spread them out like that, now you're forcing the defense you're not going to play like a 3-deep zone. You have to go match up man for man, or you have to have skilled enough kids, to play a 2-deep secondary and play halves. But it's so many problems that are presented with the way these kids can play these days.
Absolutely. RV was playing that, single high safety in the beginning, and Millville would spread them out with 3 wide outs on one side, 2 on the other, and throwing some of those bubble screens for pretty good yardage. And then RV went to the 2-deep safety, and we were able to shut that down, exactly what you're saying. So it'll be an interesting second half. And then I think I heard you say as I came up to the booth, penalties hurt both teams significantly, with misplays. And Millville had the 2 costly turnovers, one that went for a touchdown. Very tough throw for our kid from Hashmark, the far side of the field, and their kid read it well. So a good ball game, and we'll see what happens in the second half.
Absolutely.
Either team could win.
Speaking to one of your coaches at the beginning of the game, I mentioned the fact of like the quarterback, okay, and the running back. These kids are good. He goes, Coach. He goes, you have to have those kind of kids to be in this game.
Yeah, if we did Millville, speaking of Millville, if we didn't have those kinds of kids,
right?
RV clearly would be, ahead by
Absolutely.
a lot of points here. But speed on both sides. I mean, it's just amazing. I've heard about RV speed during the year, but and I've seen our kids play, so I knew we had a lot of team speed. I'll tell you, in almost 50 years I've watched Millville football. This might be the fastest team overall on the field that I've seen. I mean, it's just speed everywhere.
Exactly. And, back in your tenure, when you great teams and so on, could you remember having this many kids that could like run like these kids could run?
Not that many. The one team, the grade 75 team that we had 3 or 4, but there's 5 or 6 that are out here now that can do that from a skilled position standpoint. So, they're just a very gifted team. And the good news for Millville fans, they're all juniors.
They're all on the class.
They're all juniors, so they're all coming back. We lose the middle linebacker, who's a real stud, Zach Douglas, 25, who solidifies the defense. He'll be a hard guy to replace. But other than that, they've got all the kids
right
back.
on.
And this Harris kid, he may not be the big name kid and the most recognized, the biggest kid, but man, he set every passing record. I was telling his dad, who played for me, I said he's going to have every record when it's all said and done. Now he's thrown some great passes. The touchdown in the crooner down here, he had to throw that ball away from the defender.
Right.
So give our kid a chance. He's a great athlete to go up and get it. But if he throws it inside, he's probably going to get picked. So it's either going to be incomplete or our kid's going to go get it. So when you have great athletes like that,
they can do that.
They can do that.
And I think that's a major league difference in by me just watching these games. And I'll be honest with you, when I was coaching, we never practiced that. Put the ball up there so our receiver's going to go and catch it. I mean, if he's not open, don't throw it to him. that was the philosophy.
Oh, absolutely.
And nowadays, it's like the evolution is just so incredible.
Oh, it is. It is. All the back shoulder throws and those kind of throws you just described.
Right.
And like I said back in our day, and especially my day, because I've been going 20 years from coaching, being on the field coaching. But I see a lot of football. Both my boys are coaching, so I'm up at a college game every Saturday.
Right, I know you are.
And I spend a lot of time, watching what they're doing. Of course, everybody's doing this kind of stuff.
Right.
It's fascinating to watch, and it's really interesting to see the development of those things. I can remember some fans when we went to one back in the back in the early 90s, but it was a Joe Gibbs Washington Redskins one back run. Spread them out and run.
Right, exactly.
Kind of what Jim Schaefer used to do.
It's amazing. It really, really is. So what do you do with yourself?
I go to football games every weekend.
That's a great thing, watching your kids coach and everything.
Watching the kids coach and
awesome.
taking the grandkids with me. The
good.
other ones
God
are really
bless you.
into it, so it's a lot of fun. I'm at a game every weekend.
That's awesome. Well, Coach, listen, it's great to see you.
Thank you.
Okay,
thank Tom Williams and Prime Events for putting it on. The Millville people are thrilled to be able to listen to the game.
Yeah, it's awesome. It is a great thing, and they do a great job. My man, Tough Tony over here, he really is does a heck of a job here just for high school sports. I really mean it. This is so great for high school.
It's great for high school sports.
It really, really is.
And I see Tony in Yankee Stadium, right? Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach. Good to see you, man.
All right, not only Tony Flores, of course, he had one of the truly great teams ever with Calvin Murray, who Ohio State, and Smith, the defensive lineman, I believe, went to North Carolina State. So that was just one of
my alma mater. That's where he went to school.
Yep. Mm-hmm. We're at halftime, 15-14. Rancocas Valley on top of Millville. Rancocas Valley will receive the second half kickoff. Right now, we're going to step aside for just a few minutes, and then we'll be back to set up the second half and play the second half in this South Jersey Group 5 semifinal in just a moment.